Welcome back to Tarot Talks. This is episode 12, The Hanged Man. Let's just get right into it. We got Perthrow running the reading, and this is the womb of all creation. It is the well of everything that ever was and everything that was ever meant to be. Like in the star card, when the woman's like got the vase and she's picking up all the water from the stream and pouring it back into the earth, that's basically the waters that are contained within this vessel. But this vessel here is turned over and this sacred power is being depleted because there's a situation or a substance possibly that the person is tied to. So this can very much denote recovery, taking a minute away from the lifestyle that you're living and then working towards the better future. Sun in Virgo here, 8 of Pentacles. It's very much about getting organized and focusing. The other side of Virgo, besides service, is organization and function and working efficiently and getting things done in a schedulized manner. So they're very organized. The Hanged Man is ruled by Neptune, which deals with the very, very deep emotions that a lot of us don't deal with. A lot of these emotions are the actual factors for the reasons why people do drugs. So Pisces and Neptune, which is ruled by Neptune, has a tie to drug abuse and drug use, especially so much when it is in the same reading as the Devil card. So this is a substance that's tying you. And we also have the fluids of the Perthrow card, which could be alcohol as well. So we're talking about some type of substance abuse. We can also interpret an upside down Perthrow rune as a miscarriage of some sort, or of something that was being created that died in the process and is no more. And there's some type of lament when it comes towards that that's holding you back. So we need to take a break and maybe almost like a retreat, a meditative break for the Neptune Hanged Man 12, and then work towards doing better and moving forward after this event. So this could be read both ways. So the next cards we're going to change out with is Ten of Wands, Saturn in Sagittarius, Lord of Oppression. And then we also have another 10 coming in, Sun and Gemini, Lord of Ruin. Okay. So this changes the whole feeling of the reading. And again, as you've seen over the series so far, some of the cards that I added were actually very cohesive to the last reading. And now these ones are kind of changing the reading, which I like the variation. So I like what I'm saying here. So we have 2 10s. So basically, this is the That's a Wrap card for me. Let's wrap it up. Let's get our shit. Let's keep it moving. But this card also is about having too much work to do and not having enough help to do it. So the one on the card on the left has to do with oppression, slander, a lot of sickness of the mind, which would be like anxiety or worry or not sleeping enough, depletion, being extremely tired. So this is definitely very much a feeling of being the cups spilling out. The sacred vessel is spilling out. So we need to take a time to step back, because Hanged Man does also denote a slowdown. Sometimes you'll see the Hanged Man when people hit walls. Like you'll see it in their reading, like they hit a wall and they can't progress any further right now. Like everything they seem to try to make happen just fails. So you'll see that with the Hanged Man. And when it's upright, a lot of times that can either be intensified or it could be a time where you're coming out of that sort of period and things are going to start moving again. It just depends on what other cards are around it. A lot of times, though, this Ten of Wands can do with slander and people talking behind your back and things of that nature. And then the Hanged Man connected to that could just be talking about becoming more spiritual and not really getting so stressed out about what people are saying, or people who are just not true friends or people that you should have in your life. And again, that's a wrap card. Let's wrap it up and move on. Like, leave these people behind. So it just depends on where you're going with the reading. I like to have the people kind of let me know if I'm going in the right way or if it makes sense, and then I can further elaborate, because if I don't have any information I could start out, but sometimes if you're just going off the deep end and you just keep chattering and yattering, you could get like really far off the subject. So I like to be like, do you understand this? Does this make sense to you? Okay, what does this mean to you? And then we could further go into what spirit is trying to convey to them, because ultimately for me it's not about being psychic, it's about being helpful and having a spiritual counseling session. Basically, that's what a lot of my tarot card readings turn out to be. I always tell people I don't like to tell you this is going to be your future, because things are changeable, just like the day is changeable. You know, you might have supposed to have been at a cafe with your girlfriend, but it rained and it was really windy, so you guys skipped it and went to the movies. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's things can happen that make the future very mutable and changeable. So I don't like to say like this is the future and this is the past, because I think the only people who can determine that are people who can actually see into the future, and I'm not one of those people. So I like to just use the logic of the information that I have with the cards, which is the numerology, the astrology, and also again your intuitive muscle. So that's going to be the lesson on the Hangman 12. I can't wait to talk to you guys soon. I hope you're enjoying the series. Give me some feedback. Let me know how you like it, if you're learning anything, or even what you guys would like to see. I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great day.